All right, it's once again February 9th, 2016. This is the second video that David Fry has released today, and this is answering some of Dabu's questions.
That's David Fry, aka Defend Your Base here. This is my response to some of Dabu's questions here, I guess most of them. Okay, so the talent reforms, or talent release forms, that dude, at that time, there wasn't no checkpoint out on that side of the gates. There was actually still a whole bunch of actual news media crews still there. And this dude decided he was actually just going to walk all the way over here to where we were, and that's when he was joking about, oh, maybe you guys should take me hostage or something. You know, he was just joking, but he was just a media guy. And the talent release forms were to give him permission to use that video and audio so we can't sue him. And you can actually Google talent release forms in the search, and you'll see exactly what it is. It's very common among the media people. And so that's how that guy got here. He walked. It's probably about I think it said 300 yards walk from that barricade that the militia people, or not militia, but the I guess you'd call them, you know, the guards over there, that they originally put this like big tractor thing there in the middle of the bridge, and the cars can't pass through, and that's why he just walked over. So you really wanted me to clarify that, and so I think I just did. And so and then about the phone being in a vehicle, it was actually in a, you know, you kind of made it sound like they were really close, like in one of the vehicles near our area here. It was actually way up at the top of the tower, or near the tower up there, so it wasn't that close, and it was in a excavator. So they kept telling me it looked like a package of cocaine. Kind of weird. And why let the videos, you know, they're letting us put videos out. You know, honestly, they didn't let us put the videos out. I had to go find a way to put the videos out. They actually took away our all original cell phone stuff, and right now, you know, yeah, they took away all our smartphones and gave us this little flip phone that doesn't even have a speaker on it, like a speaker phone. And so they have us all conversation with the FBI, you know, one-on-one, and I think they're just using tactics against each other, so you can't hear what exactly the conversation is, and they're making it a, you know, they try to use mind games. So they've taken away speakerphone, I think, is part of those mind games. And what?
And our media from smartphones, you can't.
Yeah, and then you can't even browse the internet on that thing. So they took away as much as they could, but right now, I mean, I'm sure they're trying to crack down on it. I heard they're trying to take down some other stuff of mine, and you know, that's what they do. So, and then about Blaine Cooper, believe it or not, I actually got a phone call, and it turned out, I didn't know it at the time, but he was an FBI agent. He somehow got my phone number and asked for Blaine Cooper. And Blaine was in his little SUV, and I handed the phone over to him, and they had a conversation. And you know, after they were done, he handed me the phone back, and I walked to the cafeteria where they called it the barracks. And from there, Blaine was gone. He left. He drove away after that. I think he called some people up or something, and we had this meeting. All the people that were left, you know, stayed behind or whatnot, were told the FBI it was done by this guy with this hat. You know, he was wearing this little hat, like Picasso hat or something. And
Anthony Bosworth.
Well, Anthony. Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the Coalition of Western States.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Anthony Bosworth was telling us that you know, we have this. The way he described it, it sounded weird. You know, he's saying we had this choice to leave, and the FBI were letting people go at the checkpoints. They had checkpoints up. One guy spotted already like 20 convoys of military, not military, but armored vehicles. So we know they were there. We know they were around, and he was saying that they're letting people through. And at that time, those rumors of people saying, you know, all the other people who left previously, some were being arrested, blah, blah, blah. And so he's like, well, we'll have to have a vote and see, who wants to stay, who wants to go. And so they took a vote, and probably about a third, maybe half to a third of the people, or a third to the half of the people left. Of course, I didn't know who else was still outside. This is at the people inside that cafeteria. And Sean and Sandy weren't even in the cafeteria. They're still on guard post, so they don't even know anything about what's going on. So we don't know about Blaine. Why, obviously, maybe he didn't get any charges because he left early or something. But yeah, we don't really know. We heard he's on the run. Don't know. There's a lot of gossip. There's been gossip and rumors this entire event, so it's hard to determine what's true and what's not. So I try not to worry too much about Blaine because there's a lot of rumors going on. Maybe somebody else with more access to the media will be able to figure that out. That's not our job. And military history, all these people with some military history, I think there were people that had falsified things, and it's possible. There's a lot of infiltrators in here. It's possible they sent some crazies to make us look bad. Anything's possible. People do stupid shit all the time. And PPN, they're supposed to be the buffer zone. They said we'll stop another Waco if anything happens, but they tucked tail and ran right away. They haven't really. It doesn't seem like they have done anything about Lavoie's death. They should be in an uproar. They just keep saying, "Oh, we're just gonna leave for another battle or whatnot," or fight another day. And as far as our demands for the FBI is that they start listening to the Constitution. They start upholding their oath and fighting against, domestic and foreign terrorists. And right now, our country is infiltrated by people who are doing things for selfish reasons and greed. The Clinton Foundation, stuff like that. So yeah, our demands. We want to be heard. We actually offered to leave here in peace. If they just dropped this, they keep saying it's just a small charge. So if it's such a small charge, why didn't they just drop it on Sean, and we would have left? But they don't. They want to keep trying to swing their hammer, and they can't back down at all. But they'll certainly let 5 terrorists go out of Guantanamo for a traitor. But they'll negotiate with terrorists, but they won't, not with patriots. We're just asking them to drop the simple charge on him, and we would have all left. But now we're all got charged. So now we're all stuck here because as soon as we leave, we're probably going to be stuck in prison with God knows how many other charges that they have waiting for us. So it's kind of a gamble to go out there, and it's risky. So, I think I answered all your questions there. If you have anything else you want to know, just let me know. Hopefully I'll be able to answer some of them and get rid of all these gossip and lies. There's just too much of that crap going on. It's confusing the American people. So, take care, and God bless.
Well, there you have it, Dabu. I hope he answered your questions appropriately.